exercise is to take place was detailed. On page 76, we have firm registration, and here we have a list of all firms who went through the PPC interview and were successfully registered as firms of the, recognized as firms of the institution. On page 81, we have report of the Finance and General Purpose Committee. Again, this details, again, the list of all members of that committee, the meeting dates, as well as the attendance statistics. On page 81, equally, we have details of the inauguration of the committee, review of procurement manual, reactivation of faculty accounts, waivers, and on and on. That report will take us through page 83, page 84, that's where the report of the HNT stands. However, allow me to mention the fact that the report gave details of the joint venture in the building project, that is the Abuja branch investment that was earlier alluded to by the President, as well as details of rent from our properties in Alausa building and Victoria Island. Please go through those details to get yourself informed. On page 85, we have AGM report of the Corporate Affairs Committee. This report, again, details the responsibilities of the CAC, as well as, and comments, yes, as well as details of the membership of that committee. Again, you have the names of the committee members, the dates of their meetings, as well as the attendance statistics. That takes us through to page 88. On page 88, we have other activities of the CAC reported there under headings of newsletter, advocacy, Recon 2021 Expo, visitations and events. And on page 29, you have events, inductions, and other activities of the CAC well captured in that particular report. The report of the CAC ends on page 90. I move on to page 91, where we have the AGM report of the editorial board. That report sets out the terms of reference of the editorial board, as well as the membership of the editorial board, dates of meeting, as well as the attendance statistics of members of the editorial board. Taking us to page 92, where we have the other activities of the editorial board with headings, under the headings of the Estate Surveyor and Valuer Journal, online publication, members training, as well as Niesv's Journal, e-library. On page 94, we have AGM report of the Research and Development Committee. The committee equally sets out its report by detailing the names of its members, the positions of each member, as well as attendance statistics of members of their committee. We have under various headings reported. We have action plan for R&D committee for 2020 to 2021. Page 95, we have the subcommittees, as well as other activities of the R&D, equally captured on page 95. Please join me as we move to page 96, where we conclude the report of the R&D committee with the last heading as Research Database Subcommittee. On page 97, we have AGM report of the Statutes and Government Relations Committee. This committee sets out its report by giving us details of their meetings, which appear to be virtual. In the first instance, they had 4 meetings in the council year, as well as the attendance schedule of that particular committee. The activities of the committees are captured, is captured under courtesy visitation. Of course, following that page, you have quite a number of pictorial evidence of the activities, page 100, and we go to 102, where the various bills, the Petroleum Industry Bill, review of the Nigerian Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and other activities of that committee have been carefully reported. Read-down Bill 2020 is found on page 103, Board of Estate Agency of Nigeria equally. That bill is equally reported on as per what the committee recommended. Opportunities observed, complaints, that item rounds up or caps up the report of that committee. Yes, caps up the report of that committee. On page 105, we have AGM report of the Legal Matters Committee. Again, we have set out on that page the attendance of the members, the attendance statistics, as well as the date of their meeting. On page 106, which is a reportage of the inauguration, as well as other matters treated by the legal committee. I'll just take the headings of those matters treated. Mr. Robert Ogenewe versus Registrar's Trustee of NIGERIAN. B, legal advice on the formation of Association of Women, SURVEYORs and Valors. C, insurance bill. E, memorandum of understanding between the trustees of NIGERIAN and Independent Corrupt Practices and other related offenses commission, review of agreements. F, engineering profession encroachment on valuation and the current regulation for engineering economy. G, Mrs. Sheyi Elewa. That concludes the report of the legal committee. On page 108, we have report of the National Continuing Professional Development Committee. Again, this committee sets out its report by listing the names of its members, the positions of members, the number of meetings held, as well as the statistics of attendance. And that dovetails to page 109 and continues with National MCPD reportage. Still on page 109, we have procedures for approval of MCPD, taking us to other approvals that were given by the MCPD. Please take your time to go through page 110, 111, 112, 113 for details of approvals given by the National MCPD Committee. I take us to page 114, which captures the AGM report of the Faculty Board. Here we have outlined the various faculties as well as their programs. The approvals of the National Council with respect to the faculties or business divisions. I'm on page 115. We have the National Symposium that was held by that faculty, dovetailing to 116, where we have a list of the panels at that event, as well as a meeting with University College of Estate Management. That was equally reported on that page. Other activities of that particular committee includes auctioneering faculty for 2020 to 2021 Noble Year. There was a master class that was organized in that respect. The report of that faculty ends there. We have the business, assets, and intellectual property evaluation equally, yes, who gave a short highlight of what they have done. The Plant and Equipment Faculty report for 2020-21 event equally was captured. That faculty literally stated the various trainings that they held, and their report takes us to page 118 and also concludes on that particular page. On page 119, we have Estate Agency and Marketing Faculty, equally a short narration of what they have done. G, we have Faculty of Arbitration and Alternative Dispute Resolution. Here, the faculty detailed out the trainings they've held, as well as the fact that the faculty and Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse have been collaborating in the area of enlisting trainable colleagues who were certified and accredited in 2019 into the body of neutrals in order to take advantage of the huge potentials in aerial segments, although COVID-19 delayed the process. That faculty report ends on that page. On page 120, we have AGM report of the branches. For the branches, I just plead that you go through page 120 to the end of that report, where all the branch activities, the pictures of their events, visitations, achievements, challenges, list of their executives, etc. are well recorded. Mr. President, I have concluded the presentation of the annual report, and we can now go further for further deliberations. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, the Honorary National Secretary. The Assistant Honorary National Secretary, the clapping of your hand was loudest. Is that a way of supporting your boss? Noble colleagues, can I have a motion to... Okay, I take Victor.
My name is SURVEYOR Valor, Pastor Victor Ayeye, a fellow of the institution. Mr. President, starting on the existing protocol, I move a motion to adopt a fantastic report presented by the Honorary Nigerian Secretary. Thank you very much.
Yes, Emmanuel Mark.
My President and Chairman.
Your size is intimidating the girl.
My name is SURVEYOR and Valua Emmanuel Obumneme Mark. I want to second the motion that this beautiful report presented by our Secretary, I so move that this report is seconded. Thank you.
Thank you. Is to accept and we discuss at the end, we adopt as our working document. Thank you. Noble colleagues, I think we'll start page by page so that we'll... Observation.
President, sir, I stand on the existing protocol. My name is State Surveyor and Valua, Dr. Chukwemeka Ire-Okoli. I wish to observe that the report of the Board of Fellows was consecutively omitted, and it was submitted on the 12th of May, acknowledged on 8:15 on the 14th of May. It's not there, and it's very important for us. Please. Thank you.
We apologize for the omission, and I want to promise you that we will send a copy, e-copy to all our members. Please accept our apologies. I'm sorry, sir. Okay.
Mr. President and Chairman of AGM, my name is Niesv Richard Oludu.
No, correct yourself. You're a council member.
Okay, a council member of the
Correct
SURVEYOR and
yourself.
Valua. Sorry, SURVEYOR and Valua, Richard Oludu. Mr. President, sir, on page 20 of this report, the Secretary told us that in the court case in line 4, that we should strike out. However, the appeal affirmed is expulsion. I want the Honorary Secretary to please lay more emphasis on this, because this is a document that can be used and it can be regarded as that we have already concluded that something on it. Please.
If I have the permission, Mr. President, thank you very much, sir. Like I did mention while I was going through the minutes, that paragraph should please be taken out, for the reason that, yes, SURVEYOR and Valua Shola Niton actually appealed, but we are still, that appeal has not been concluded. The process is still on. And we are hoping that within the next council year, the matter will be properly entered into, and we will be briefing us as the matter progresses. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Does that answer your question? Okay. Yes, sir. The IPP.
Mr. President, sir, while I agree that we wait for the outcome of the appeal, as important as it was considered that this AGM should have details on that case, that does not mean that we should take away the case from AGM. We will rather ask that the National Secretary make corrections. The PPC had done their work, and Shola was properly expelled by the council. And of course, he decided to go for court case, trying to revert the decision of the council. And that court case came out in favor of the institution. And his only plea was that he was not given free, what do you call it now? Fair hearing. And the court ruled that facts and documents available proved that he received fair hearing. And that should have ended the matter. And we also know that there were moves to get him to accept the judgment and appeal to the institution for reconciliation, which he did not do. He rather chose to appeal in the court. I don't want us to underreport this particular matter because it's a test case for this profession. That's why I will rather say don't remove from AGM report, but rather give the correct narrative of what happened. My personal opinion, sir.
Thank you, my IPP. Like I noted earlier on, the part of that report that was misleading is what we're actually requesting us to take out. But I can assure you that we would do a more robust reporting on this particular item against our next AGM. Thank you, my IPP.
Thank you very much. IPP will have noted your observation and will do that. Yes?
My President, my name is ESV Abdulatif, Estate Surveyor Valua Abdulatif Abdulaziz, a council member from Kano, sir. On page 19 of the report, under disease members during the council year under review, I noticed that there was an omission of ESV Pamuri Jawando, a fellow of the institution and the pioneer chairman of Kano State Branch. We actually lost him on 17th May 2021, and it was well communicated.
Thank you very much. Please, the secretary take note to include that. Okay. Samuel Okpon. Ofion. Who? Which trust? Okay, I didn't see him.
Thank you, Mr. President. Very distinguished noble colleagues. Since the president has mentioned my name, I don't think I need to, but my name is Estate Surveyor and Valuer Ofion Samuel Ukpong. Your Excellency, the President of our institution, I want to speak on page 12, item 01, 50th Annual Conference. If we are going to stand by this report, it's like that 50th Annual Conference did not hold. Therefore, if it did not hold, I am of the opinion that the one that we held this year, or the conference we held this year, should be the 50th and not the 51st. Except there is another explanation that we will need for it.
Okay, thank you. Yes?
Mr. President?
Let me take the past president, sir.
My President, let me stand on the existing protocol. Please, the conference held virtually because the AGM was convened, and because that's the summary of conference. Then if what I would have just suggested is that this report would have said 50th stroke 51st. Thank you.
Thank you. And also, excuse me, sir, in our reports, even during the presentation, we said 2020-2021 annual conference. That's what we said, 2020-2021 annual conference. Noble colleagues, please, for us not to go forward and backward, can we take this report page by page so that we can actually do justice to the report? Well, we start from page 12. Any comment? Samuel Okpon has made his comment. Any other comment on page 12? Page 12, page 13, page 13, page 14, page 14, page 15, page 16, page 17, page 17, any comment? Page 18, page 19, the President Kanu chairman has made his comment to include our deceased member, Jawandu. That is this correction. Any other correction, any other comment on page 19? Page 20. Page 20, the immediate past president has also made a comment on the court cases. Page what? Page 19, yes. Any comment on page 19? Any comment on page 19? Okay, yes, sorry. Who has the microphone, please? No, we can't hear you, sorry. Please, who has the microphone?
My name is SURVEYOR Adesola Adebayo. I'm studying on the existing protocol. During this council year of 2020-2021, we lost a member, a following member of Lagos State branch, in the person of Olufemi Omikunle. His name was not included here. And let me do it together.
Was it reported to the secretariat?
It was reported to Lagos State branch secretariat. I don't know whether they failed to report it to National Council.
Please, you send a formal letter to the secretariat, please. Let your branch chairman write officially.
Okay, I'll remind them. Secondly, on page 119, let me code it together. I attended the Estate Agency Marketing Faculty.
Excuse me, which page are you?
119 again.
No, we're on page 19. Page 19, page 20. Page 20, we've done the correction on the court cases, and the secretary will do the needful. Page 21, page 22, page 23, page 24, page 25, page 26, page 27, page 28, page 29, page 30, page 31, page 32, page 33, page 34, page 35. These are all council's decisions. It's just for our information. So we are now on page 37. Page 37. Any comment on page 37? Page 37. Page 38. Page 38. Page 39. Page 39. Page 40. 40. Trustee.
President and Chairman of AGM, I stand on all existing protocols. Page 40 was the attendance chart of meetings for members of the Board of Trustees. And both SURVEYOR Ishaya Idi and SURVEYOR Tumba Balamajo were marked absent. It should be absent with apologies, please. Instead of AB, it should be AP for the two of us. Thank you.
Thank you for your correction, sir. Secretary, please take note. Page 41, page 41, page 42, page 42, okay. Page 43, page 43, Victor Ini.
Mr. President, distinguished noble colleagues, I remain Estate Surveyor and Valuer in Victor. First of all, I'd like to commend the management committee for all the powerful 69 members of the management committee. for their excellent attendance. The Lord will continue to engrace you.
Amen.
But I discovered that number 69, the 69 member here is
Okay, 100%.
scored 100%. Meanwhile, there was just one absent. So I think there's a mistake there. It needs to be corrected.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Page 69. You have absent, you have present, and still had 100%. So, Secretary, please do the correction.
All right, sir.
Page 44. Page 44. Page 45. 45. 46. 47. 47. Yes.
Mr. President, honorable colleague, my name is SURVEYOR Ibrahim Baba Omwana. At page 47, I was inducted in 2019.
We are not hearing you, sir.
Okay. My name is SURVEYOR Ibrahim Baba Omwana. SURVEYOR Ibrahim Baba Omwana. I was inducted as associate member in 2019, and my name is not on the list.
Okay, thank you. Secretary, please take note.
What's his name again?
Page 49, page 50, page 51, page 52, page 53, page 54, page 55, page 55, page 56, page 57. Yes, sir. 57. Which one, sir? 57. IPP.
Mr. President, sir, I saw part of a privileges committee that has nothing to do with privileges. There is a jamming up there where they brought in welfare committee adult route. I want to proclaim publicly that privileges committee have no business in these two items. And so my signature should be moved from where it is on page, or my name from page 58 to somewhere before welfare committee on page 57. That's actually where privileges committee report starts.
Thank you very much. I wanted to give you more job. Thank you for observation. Please, Secretariat, do the correction. Page 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 65, 66. Is that Olapade Elijah?
Thank you, my President. Distinguished noble colleagues, my name is Elijah Kayode Olapade. Page 66, item 4. There is an arithmetical issue here. Out of 5 attendances.
Please, sorry, sir. Please, can we have one meeting, please? This is our AGM, please. Please, sir.
Item 4 on page 66.
Yes, sir.
Out of 5 attendances, the guy there scored 4. Although this 5th one is on apology, and my arithmetical knowledge tells me that 4 over 5 times 100 is 80%, not 60%.
80%. Okay, please, Secretary, take notes. 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 76. 76. Microphone, madam.
Mr. President, distinguished noble colleague, my name is Abiola Ojuko. Mr. President, I just want to point the attention to the fact that my firm name is missing. And as a matter of fact, I attended my interview 2020, and the receipt of renewal, which evidenced that I've actually been cleared, was dated 26th May 2021.
What is the name of your firm?
Biola Ojuko Consulting.
You said it was when? The receipt you have.
The 26th May 2021.
26th May.
Yes, 2021.
Okay, let me allow my second vice to.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Mr. President, you attended the interview before this council year. I know you very well. You did not. Was I in the committee that interviewed you? So it was before this council year, but your receipt was actually dated on the. Don't forget that this council year started June. All right. So it was last council year. No, I mean not this council year.
Okay. So does it mean it was cancelled in last AGM? Last AGM. Please confirm from the last AGM. Thank you. 79. Okay, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. President. ESB Jambil is my name. I think this one is a typing error. Item number C, firm registration. That's page 76. The line before item C, there is praise, this is. So I think it's a typographical error, right?
Yes. Thank you for your observation.
Yes.
Secretary, is there a continuation of statement, or do we delete this is?
This is. It's an error. Delete, yes, delete.
No. Is there any, do you want to make a statement to continue with that, or we should delete it?
The secretary of the committee will talk.
Wait. Let me answer. I don't know whether it could be that there are.
Okay, yes, please delete. Delete.
It's your report. Okay, we have to delete. Thank you very much, Jambi. 77, we are now on page 80, 81, 80, yes.
Standing on the existing protocol, my president, page 80, the serial number does not align. 3940. 39 is missing there.
Your name?
Niesv Kunle Olaniyan.
Okay, Kunle. Thank you for your observation. Secretary, please take note. 81, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 88. Who? 89. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Jesus. I can just give all the glory to you. I can only give you.
Mr. President and Chairman of AGM, my name is SURVEYOR Ewenla Mustafa. Under page 89, that's the visitations and event. We have the above visitations were well publicized in all our social media handles. I think that should be on all our social media handles. So that in should be on instead of in.
On. Thank
Yes,
you.
please. Thank
You
you.
went to grammar school. Thank you. That's what you are saying, sir. Because he went to grammar school, we have to give him opportunity. Okay, thank you. Page 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 94, Pastor.
Mr. President, standing on already established protocol, my name is SURVEYOR Valua, Pastor Victor Ayeye. On page 94, meeting attendance by members, serial number 1 and 2. We have positions, ESV Professor I.I. Kakulu, Assistant Honorary National Secretary. I'm sure she never contested for that office. So I'm sure there's a mix-up. And ESV John Idialu, Chairman. So please look into this positioning so that our records will be made straight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
With your ego eyes. Assistant Secretary, please take note. 95, 96, 97, 98, 98. Yes.
Chairman of EGM, permit me to remain on the existing protocol. The attendance list, my name, number 18.
What's your name?
It's strongly spelled Francis Iwode. SURVEYOR Valua Iwode Francis. But the Francis is wrongly spelled, and even the Iwode is not spelled correctly.
Okay, thank you. Secretary, please take note. Let me also advise our members that are joining us virtually. Please, if you have any correction, either put it in the chat room. I have seen the one from, is it SURVEYOR Valua Tonte? Mr. President, sir, I support the management and council decision that made this council and AGM the 51st, as the institution should not be seen as acting retrogressively. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, page 19, page 100. Okay, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 11, yes? Yes?
Mr. President and the member of the council, my name is ESV Awusi Abraham Afularian from Kaduna. My just a question on page 102 under the status and government committee. There's a subcommittee form for the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and then the approved nomination for that committee under the Northwest. We have only one person. At the Northwest, we have about 4 to 5 or 6 states. So my question is that, is it possible for one person to form a member of committee, only one person?
Thank you. Yes,
yes sir.
Secretary.
This is the report of that committee to us. If the committee chairman is around or any member of that committee, you can please respond.
Which committee is this? Okay, government and public relations. That is essence of Emmanuel Alao. Is he here? It's not. Okay. Noble colleagues, I don't know if we have other members of this committee here that can actually give us reason why we have only one person for Northwest. Do you have any committee member? Do we have any committee member that can defend this report? Okay, yes? Yes?
They did the meeting virtually and I didn't attend. So the chairman of Government and Statutes Committee will talk on that.
Okay. Noble colleagues, what we'll do is to look at the report once again and see whether it's actually one person, because one person cannot just form a committee, and we'll revert back to you in the next AGM. 103. Okay. 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 118, yes.
My name is SURVEYOR Adesola Adebayo, standing on existing protocol for the second time. The page 119, F, Estate Agency and Marketing Faculty event. If you check the date was recorded at 19 May 2019. As at that date, the global world, the whole country and the global world has never experienced COVID-19, cannot have anything post-COVID-19 as at that date. I attended the event physically. It was Wednesday, May 19, 2021. It was delivered by Tope Ujo, ESV Tope Ujo. Thank you.
So what is the correction? Okay, it's not virtual. Okay. So we delete virtual. Okay, 2021.
It should be 2021. Thank you.
120, 121, 120, yes.
Mr. President and Chairman of Council, I have gone through this report. I have not seen the report of my branch, Benue branch. I mean, it's a Sawyer and Value Emmanuel Titan. And we sent this report quite some time ago. I have gone through it very vividly. I have not seen it.
Okay, we are very sorry. But what we'll do, can we have that report? The report you sent. You send it to us, we'll forward it to our members online.
Okay.
Thank you.
Report is there.
121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, page 131, page 132, page 133, page 134, page 135, page 136, page 137, page 138, page 139, page 140, page 141, page 142, page 143, page 144, page 145, page 146, page 147, page 148, page, okay, page 140, 47.
Mr. President and Chairman of AGM, my name is SURVEYOR Olubumi Ogundiya. In page 142, I noticed that only one name was recorded as a deceased member. But in the general report about in Kaduna State, in the general report of the deceased member in the course of the year, 2 names were mentioned. So ESV Gado Ashafa's name is missing on page 142. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. But did you write to us officially on that? Okay, thank you. Please, Secretary, take note. You include the name of our deceased member. Page 147. Page 147, yes.
Sorry, Mr. President, permit me to respond to the Benue State Branch Chairman. The report of Benue is at page 232, serial number 23.
Thank you.
So Benue's report is really captured.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Page 143, page 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 150 what? Page what?
156.
156.
My president and distinguished members, I am Dr. Kajetan Ohiri from Imo State. What I have to say about 156 also affects page 167 to 214. I have come to observe, my president, that the branch reports appears to be free in terms of both volume and quantity and what the branches are bringing into this annual report. I think there used to be a template for branches. You will observe that the volume of this is being increased by photo albums and by so many other information that may be compressed into some single lines. Lagos alone took from page 167 to 214, and that is 47 pages of what we are reading here. And Abuja took 156 to 167, which is 11 pages more than what the national body is giving us as information here. So it is important that they should be given a template. Let them restrict to it so that we can carry these things with ease. Thank you, my president.
Thank you very much. The information I have here is that the second vice president actually gave them a template, but I think that most of them didn't follow it. But I can assure you that in the next AGM, we will reduce the number. Thank you. 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 160.
160, please. 160.
160.
My President, all protocols duly observed. It's under payment for building projects. We've actually done 22 during the period of our tenure. Not 12.
Okay.
22, just change to 22 million.
Thank you. So correct it, please. It's 22 million, not 12. 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172. Yes, which number? Eh?
No, Mr. President and Chairman of AGM, my name is SURVEYOR Valua Agbekai Augustine. I'd like to observe that the reports of those state branch is missing from here. And in case it was not submitted, sir, I'd like to inform you that we'll do that. We'll do so in due course.
The report of where?
Edo State branch is not in the
Edo State?
Yeah, it's missing out.
Did you submit your report?
I just resumed, sir. So
okay, sorry. The second vice president has confirmed on me that he did not submit your report. 171, sorry, 175, 176, 177, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190, 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, 199, 200, 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206, 207, 208, 209, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216, 217, 218, 219, 230, 231, 232, 233, 234, 235, 236, 237, 238, 239, 240, 241, 242, 243, 244, 240. Yes.
The chairman of the AGM and president of the institution, standing on the existing protocol, I am SURVEYOR Valua Iduma Ibiam.
I'm from Ebonyi branch. The report on, actually, my comment is on 245. The report of Ebonyi branch, line 6, reads, no member of the branch is financially up to date as at December 30th, 2020. I think that is very wrong. I know at least one other person that had no burden of debt as at 30th December 2020 from the branch, sir.
And this is a report from your branch chairman. It's a report from your branch chairman. That's why it's called branch report. So unless you are indicting your branch chairman before the AGM.
I'm sure there's an error there, Chairman,
okay, is
sir.
the branch chairman of Ebonyi State here? The branch chairman of Ebonyi State is not here. I will advise that you reconcile that with your branch chairman. 246, 247, 248, 249, 250, 251, 252, 253, and that is the end. Noble colleagues, can I have a motion to adopt this as our working document? Motion. Yes? Okay.
Mr. President, sir, noble colleagues, before I move motion for the adoption of this annual report, I would like to appeal to you and this August gathering to allow me to take you to page 1 of our report. I'm sorry, sir. My name is SURVEYOR Adekola Olofa from Oyo branch. Sir, on page 1, where we have address of the president/chairman of the council, I have observed that we have been using National Council recently, and we used to use the council before. And I'm aware that we don't have any council at our branch level. I don't know what has led to this change, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Move your motion.
Thank you very much, sir. Having gone through this annual report, I, SURVEYOR Adekola Olofa, hereby move motion for the adoption of this report. Thank you very much, sir.
Any seconder? Let me look for a woman. Enugucha. I think that's all. Then, where is the
Mr.
agenda?
President, sir, and Chairman of the AGM, I hereby second the motion for the adoption of the AGM report. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Please, can we put our hands together for our National Secretary and the Secretariat? The next item on our agenda is to receive and deliberate on the annual account and the reports of the external auditors. I hereby invite the Honorary National Treasurer to give us the annual account.
Mr. President and Chairman of AGM, all protocols are duly observed. First of all, I want to appreciate our dear President and the management committee members and our members at large for having given me this opportunity to serve this great institution. I know we are all particular to know about our financial status, which is very key in every association. I can tell us for free that we are doing well. Now, not to bore more of our time, I want us to go to page 35, which is the highlight of our financial statement. I read. Highlight of 2020 financial statement by my very good self, the Honorary National Treasurer. Mr. President, Council members, fellows, associates of our noble institution, I welcome you with great pleasure to the 51st Annual General Meeting of our noble institution, the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. We want to appreciate all members for their continuous support for growth of the institution in spite of the COVID-19 pandemic that became a global challenge in the year 2020. This challenge, which affected our members, has some effects on our financial performances. Recall that Council also approved a 30% discount on the 2020 annual dues as a way of palliatives to identify with the difficulties which many businesses went through. I'm sure some of us enjoyed it last year, and some that has paid before the COVID also enjoyed it this year. Kindly find below the highlight of 2020 financial statement of the institution. The table is there. We have the income, the expenditure, the surplus, and the subscription received for both 2020 and 2019. Equally, we have a column that talked about the difference. And the last column also talked about the percentage. As highlighted in the above table, total income for the institution decreased by 100 million plus in 2020, representing a decrease of 18% over 2019 total income. There was also a decrease of 49 million plus, representing a decrease of 10% over 2019 total expenditure. Kindly refer to page 26 to page 28 of financial statements for the details. It's in the booklet. Member subscription received decreased by 11% from 80 million plus in 2019 to 71 million plus in 2020, in sum of 9 million plus. I'm sure we are all aware what led to that. 2020 was a challenging year. Palliatives were given, so that is what led to that decrease. Now we have another table. That's a comparable statement of financial positions. The table is there before us. Let's turn to page 36. Our statement of financial position for 2020 shows an increase in the total asset of 54 million plus, which represent 2% and over 2019 figures. Please refer to the relevant notes on page 22 to 24 in the audited 2020 account for details. Deposit account. The comparative balance in our bank account as at 31st December 2020 is as shown below. Conclusion. Once again, I sincerely appreciate all noble colleagues for their sacrifices during the challenging period. I also want to reiterate the need for members to pay their annual dues before the deadline of September 30th on every year. Members who fail to meet this deadline will be deemed expunged from institution and will not be able to vote or be voted for or participate in general meetings. Finally, I am immensely grateful for the privilege you gave to me to serve as Honorary National Treasurer of the institution. As I proceed to the final year of this administration, I solicit for your unflinching support for the projects that is ahead of us, especially the completion of the National Secretariat project in Abuja. Together we succeed. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Noble colleagues, can I have a motion to accept this report for discussion? Motion, yes, Oluwakure. Give her microphone. Let me hear her voice.
I am Estate Surveyor and Valuer Adenrele Fatima Olowokure. I can see the man I handed over to has done a good job. I appeal that the House accepts his report for discussion. Thank you very much.
Any seconder? Yes, the person. No. Let me go this way. Idealo.
I second the motion to adopt the report, sir.
Thank you very much. Noble colleagues, before us is our financial statement. Any comments? I like the last paragraph of the Honorary Treasurer's conclusion. He's appealing for funds to complete the National Secretariat building. Even if you don't want to say anything, you can just send in your donation. We'll acknowledge it. Yes, any comment, please? And I'm aware that this document has been sent for over 7 days now. So I'm sure that we would have gone through before coming. So if you have any comments, if there's no comment, can I have a motion to adopt this as a working document? Any motion? Any question? Can I have a motion? Yes, sir. Is it a motion or comment? Motion. I don't want to take from council members. Yes? Yeah. I've not seen it.
I, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Baigosi Samuel Taiwo, hereby move a motion that the financial report presented to this noble house should be received as a document of this house. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any seconder? You are awarding me here. Yes? Yes, that person.
Standing on all existing protocol. My name is Akin Akinola, Estate Surveyor and Valuer Akin Akinola. I hereby second that motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, I think that this is one of the rare situations where an account was presented before an organization and there is no question to the treasurer. What it means is that this council is prudent. Please, can you put our hands together for the National Council, the Management Committee, and the F&GPC. Thank you very much, Honorary National Treasurer. Noble colleagues, the next item we have is ratification and adoption of the amendment to the Constitution. Okay, sorry. We have external auditor's report. Even the internal auditors, are you supposed to give your report? Yes, I think the internal auditors are supposed to give their report. Please, I'm sorry it was omitted here. They lumped everything together. So, let me invite the internal auditors to give their report, while the external auditors should please get ready. My target is that we should leave this place by 4:30. After all, there's no election this year. So we want to finish early so that we can go and get ready for our gala night. Yes, Chima.
Thank you, my President. Please permit us to stand on existing protocol. We are the honorary internal auditor of the institution. We here present our report as stated on page 38. Yeah. I read. Preambles. We, the undersigned colleagues, we are appointed as honorary auditors of our great institution as the 50th Visual Annual General Meeting for the accounting year 2020. In the course of our assignment, we visited the National Secretariat in Abuja with the aim of taking a critical look and examining the books of the accounts, records, as well as the institutional assets and liabilities for the period of January to December 2020. Okay. Kindly find below our observations, comments, and recommendations for the financial year ended 31st December 2020. Accounts and records, the filing system and general administration of the National Secretariat was examined and will report as follows. Observations. The record keepings are in compliance with the laid down structures and very okay. Recommendations made were adhered to with the following exceptions. Recommendations. The good work should continue. The petit voucher that was noticed during our first visit in November without invoices from the vendors were sorted out. However, we noticed few receipts were yet not invoiced from the vendors. We here therefore strongly recommend that all receipts should be attached with the invoices from the vendors. It is certain that the amount spent by the PHCN prepaid meter is established by now. What that means is this: most times, before the end of the month, they will be borrowing money to recharge our PHCN prepaid meter, 10,000, 15,000, and all of that. But having used it for a period of 2 months and all that, we can establish that in a month, they are going to use like 200,000 naira. So we are recommending, and the cost of when you are approving the interest for the Secretariat, include that, so that the money will already be established in the Secretariat. So once the prepaid meter is exhausted, they just use the money and buy it, instead of buying it 10,000, 5,000, 15,000. And again, we said that there should be footnotes on the staff monthly payrolls for explaining variances. The essence of this is this: the staff salaries and the emoluments, most times in a month, there are some variances. And if there is no footnote there to explain why there is those variances, it creates some confusion. So we are recommending there should be footnotes at the end of every month. When you are paying the staff salaries, put a footnote there to explain the variances in these salaries and outgoings. Consultants. The files of the consultants we are looked at, the earlier recommendations to pay the outstandings to the consultants and write a letter of disengagement of services to Dayo, Akilaja, and Co. were rightly carried out. On inquiries, no consultant is on retainership anymore. We have them on use and pay basis. Nice building. The contract agreement the institution signed with the Messrs. Shermans, Nigeria Limited, is still in place. Observations. The indemnity insurance cover for the contractor to the institution dated 23rd January 2018 was cited, and it is in the institution's file. Furthermore, there is still no insurance cover for the site workers. As at December 31st, day of December 2020, a total number of 326,186,465 naira 28 kobo has so far been disbursed to the contractors. The evaluation of the project at every stage before disbursement being handled by Messrs. Bayom and Associate Quantity Surveyor is still in place. The last one for the year 2020 was cited in the institution's file. Recommendations. For the project of such magnitude and as earlier recommended, the contractor should provide us with the insurance cover for the site workers. We should ensure that this is done without further delay. To this, a strong worded letter should be written to the contractor in this regard. Staff matters. A total sum of 48,392,155 naira 17 kobo was expended on the staff emolument and welfare. This presents a decrease of 3.65% as against the figure of 50,200,000 in 2019. Staff loan. On inquiry, the staff loan scheme is still cancelled. Recommendations. We recommend that this should be reactivated and discretion used in approving such. For this, we kind of boost their morale. Staff training. We observe no staff training was carried out in the year 2020, basically due to COVID-19 pandemic. Budget of 3 million has been submitted for staff training this year, 2021, waiting for management approval as at the time of our visit. Recommendations. We recommend that the staff training budget of 3 million be approved. Staff training should not be compromised in any way. Training of at least twice a year is hereby recommended. In the event of the COVID-19 pandemic persistence, all non-medical COVID-19 protocols should be observed during the training, or better still, a visual training can be organized. Pension/group insurance and the NHF. The group life insurance for 2020 was done, and that of 2021 has been renewed. Page 40. Official receipt of such was cited in the institution's file. HMO. The services of Ultimate Health Management Service were terminated via a mail dated 4th day of January 2021 due to unsatisfactory services. On inquiry, we were informed that negotiation is at advanced stage with another organization by name International Health Management Services. Checks in the sum of 2,340,000 naira has been raised, waiting for the signing of the contract agreement. We further observe that there is no running HMO in place as at the time of our visit. Recommendations. We recommend that in future, before terminating any health service provider, it should be ensured that another one is available to take off immediately. It is not just right to leave a gap, as this is life issues and anything can happen anytime. Payee. This was paid for with official receipt in the file. Compliance with government agencies. Observation. Evidence of remittance of VAT and withholding tax we are seeing. No receipt from receiving authorities, just bank tellers. Recommendations. As previously recommended, all receipt of payment should be obtained from the receiving authorities. Insurance/assurance of members. Group life insurance for members were renewed for the reporting year. As is the case, the benefit from the policy is only for the family members of the deceased. Members who did not pay as at 30th September of the year are not covered and remain uninsured for the year. Recommendations. As previously recommended as well, accident and permanent disability should be included in the insurance policy. Members who pay after 30th September should as well be insured. The following deceased family members benefited during the year 2021. Their names and the amount that was paid to each of the family members are stated in page 40/41. Vehicles. Policy documents and evidence of premium payment were cited as details below. So the details are there: the Toyota Hiace bus, the Prado Jeep, the Kia Rio, Toyota Prado, Toyota Corolla, they are stated there too. Building development levy. a total sum of 17,511,597 naira 31 kobo. Was realized during the year under review. The details are shown below. I have members contributing 6,591,597 naira 31 kobo, while special donations comes to the tune of 10,920,000. Return on investment in property/rent. Rents collected as follows. Ikeja, just the details are there. Lagos State Internal Revenue occupying one of the floors there. Ezrabon has vacated as at that time. Then IBTC is occupying as well. They all paid their rent as at that time. So we have, we go to land. We have an empty land at Gwarimpa 2. Sundry Market paid for a period of October to September at an annual rent of 5 million naira. A total rent of 5 million naira was collected for the year 2020. Rent payment. Rent payment for Abuja Secretariat and Enugu office are up to date. The tenancy will expire 25th of June 2021 and 31st of July 2021 respectively. Page 42. Books donation. A total of 566 books were donated to the institution by candidates during the associate election/interviews for the year 2020. Out of this, a total of 260 books were donated to us. Nasarawa State Polytechnics got 50 books. The Polytechnics Ibadan 30. Okogun Polytechnic 30 as well. Ibarapa Polytechnic 30. University of Ibadan 30. Ajayi Crowther University Oyo 30 books. Leeds City University Ibadan 30 books. Presidential Office at Lagos, we have 30 books there for him. As at 31st day of December 2020, a total of 1,588 books were at the institution's library. We go to income and expenditures. Item number 9. During the year 2020, a total of 370,664,231 naira 10 kobo was generated as against 454.30 million in the year 2019. This gives a decline of 22.65% and a decrease of 37.68% of 2020 annual budget of 594,375,000 naira. A total of 427,952,500 naira was expended in the year under review as against 339.13 million naira of 2019, thereby giving an increase of 20.76% and a decrease of 1.7% to the budget of 432,952,500 naira. Annual dues. A total sum of 71,219,865 naira 58 kobo was realized in the year 2020, which represents a decrease of 12.67% as against 80.24 million of 2029 and a 24.32% decrease to the budget of 94,100,000 naira. We have a total of about 16,112 registered members of the institution, and only about 4,902 members paid annual dues as at 31st day of December 2020, representing about 30.43% of the total membership of our institution. Membership transfer and processing forms. A total of 22,555,000 was realized in the year 2020 as against 17,060,000 of year 2019. This shows an increase of 24.36% against 2019 as well as 28.81% to the 2020 budget. General income. This comprises of fellow interview/induction fees, associate elections and induction fees, audit, adult route pledges, film registrations, and miscellaneous income, such as exam fees, ventures, among others. The total income was in the sum of 106,187,359 naira, which represents an increase of 16.02% to 89.18 million of 2019, and a decrease of 9.82% of 2020 budget of 117,755,000. Examinations. The record cited below, the record cited shows a decrease of 28.46% in the institution's examination in 2020, giving us an amount of 23,160,850 naira, as against that of 2019, 32,374,100 naira. Advocacy levy. A total of 7,558,739 naira, 9 kobo, was generated at the institution for the year 2020. Conference. The income generated from the annual conference, which was not held as at 2020, was in the sum of 95,131,000 naira, which represented a decrease of 7.72% as against 2019 in its sum of 103,402,500 naira, and also a decrease of 24.12% to the conference budget. The total expenses for the postponed 2020 conference was in the sum of 60,027,638 naira 50 kobo, which with an interim surplus of 35,388,361 naira 50 kobo. An interim surplus, mark that please. Okay. Recommendations. As previously recommended, welfare of members should be addressed seriously in order to encourage more members' participation in the institution's affairs and activities and the payment of their annual dues and levies. Drive towards getting members' participation in our conferences/programs should be stepped up and encouraged, and our conference should take a new dimension and not to be business as usual. Bank accounts. We have several bank account institutions. Most of our faculties, their accounts are not, they are dormant, they are not being run as well. So here we stated the active ones and non-active ones. The amount on each of the bank statements are so stated. So we recommend that all this money that we have in the dormant account, we should retrieve those money and then probably put it into a better use instead of leaving it there lying waste. General, we give kudos to the management for giving some thoughts in some of recommendations of the past honorary auditors. And we'll also appreciate if the other outstanding recommendations are looked at. Conclusion. Our noble colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we most sincerely wish to express our sincere appreciation to the Secretariat staff, especially the Accounts Department, for their cooperation during the period of our assignment. We also express our appreciation to the noble President, the National Council, and the entire membership of our great institution for the opportunity given to us to serve them. May the Almighty God bless all of us and bless Nigeria as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Since we have adopted this report before, we have adopted it for discussion, there is no need to call for another motion to accept for discussion. So any question, any comments to the internal auditors? Yes?
My President, Chairman of AGM, let me start on existing protocol. I honestly want to thank the auditor for a wonderful presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Please, no, okay. Madam, just 1 minute. We have somebody online. Reverend Louis Afolabi is raising his hand.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Louis Afolabi, please. You unmute yourself.
Okay. Mr. President, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing me?
We are hearing you. Hello? You've muted yourself again.
What's going on? Okay. I want to commend the internal auditors for a job well done. For a very long time, we have never had this kind of extensive and detailed report from our auditors, internal auditors. This one is excellent. We must commend them, and we want to charge other subsequent committee internal auditors further to do the same thing and move the institution forward. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me also read this comment from same Louis Afolabi. I totally agree with Estate Surveyor and Valuer Dr. Kajatan that we should uphold the use of templates in publishing committees of council and branch reports to avoid bogus pictures and unnecessary embellishments. Then we have another one from Adebiyi Ayeni. Hello, noble colleagues. Please, can we have screen share of the financial data? Ayeni, I think you should have a copy in your email. Thank you. Yes, Madam.
Mr. President, sir, Chairman of Council, I have a comment on page 40.
Page 40?
Yes. Under number 6, at the end of number 6 there, insurance/assurance of members.
Yep.
You said there that members who did not pay as at 30th of September of the year are not covered and remain uninsured for the year. That is how it is supposed to be. But to go on to the recommendations and say that members who pay after the 30th of September should be insured, I don't agree with that. If you don't pay, you're not insured.
Thank you.
Yes. Can I come?
Yes.
Can I come in there?
Yes, please.
Yeah. The essence of that is this. In insurance, it runs for 1 year. If you did not pay for a particular period of time, that does not mean that maybe, if assuming, for instance, you paid in that 30th of September, and maybe the next few days you have an issue, what happens to that person? So in as much as he has paid, for instance, if the person has paid and the money is in the institution's account, why keeping it there? Give it to the insurance and let the person be covered. In case anything happens to him, he won't go empty-handed. That's what we felt, sir, man. That's what I felt, because the insurance run for 1 year, and there's no way it's stated that something must happen between this time and this time. And because of exigencies, some of our colleagues have not paid up to 30th. Then you cut them off. Fine and good. You cut them off, but the insurance is still running. If by paraventure that person brings that money on 30th of September, won't you receive it? When you receive it, pay it to the insurance company. If anything happens to that person, the person will benefit out of it. That is why we felt it is important for us to cover such persons.
Yes. Let me have somebody online. Esther Tonti. Esther.
Mr. President, sir, thank you very much, sir. Mr. President, sir, Chairman of the AGM, all other protocols duly and well observed. My name is Dante Esther. On the Internal Auditor's report, they have mentioned a very important aspect, which is in the area of, Mr. President, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you, sir. Which is in the area of insurance cover for accidented victims and health insurance for members. Before now, I understand that it's only for life insurance that we have been doing. And over the years, we have witnessed issues of accidents and health, sometimes leading to death of that individual. Perhaps if we have insurance cover for health and accident, probably the lives of those people might have been sustained. So I really want to take the indulgence of the institution at this moment to also include insurance cover for accidented victims and health insurance. I think it will go a long way to help, even in the welfare of members of the institution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for your suggestion. Yes.
Mr. President, sir, SURVEYOR and Follow Adekorolofa, and I would like to take this gathering to page 43 of the report, where you have dormant accounts. Under dormant account, I can see that we have 5 accounts, and it was claimed that all the accounts are dormant. And I want to believe that at one time or the other, members pay to this account, pay one fee or the other into this account.
No.
So I don't.
Can I answer him?
It's 13. Okay, sir. I have just been told that we have 13 accounts.
Yes.
So like I said the other time, I want to believe that our members are paying one fee or the other into this account, and I want to ask the chairman of the committee why these accounts are dormant. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Can I go on, sir?
Yes, the last person.
I'm State Surveyor and Value Akintomide. On page 41, sir, we have returns on investment in properties and rent. And rent from Ikeja, Lagos, and other properties were stated there. But I can see that the rent from Ondo State property at Akure is not contained in the report. And I want to also state that same last year, at the last year AGM, it was raised. So I want us to look into this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that quick reminder. Is the chairman of Ondo here? Chairman of Ondo State? Chairman of Ondo? Because it concerns money, you don't want to answer. Any other person? Huh? They've not.
They know. I mean, I'm going to answer that question.
They've not. That's why I'm asking you now. What is happening?
Ondo.
Yes.
Ondo and
Sam.
dormant accounts.
After Sam Jabi, that will be all for this.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to commend the audit committee again. And I want to also look at the timing. The timing for our annual subscription is different from the timing of the insurance companies in terms of payment of premium. Therefore, if there is an activity that happens between September when we close for financial members and December when the victim or the insurance is supposed to be paid, I think that is the basis of the recommendation of that committee. And I think this August body should look at it from that perspective. The opinion made by our dear colleague is very key, but let us look at the different timing in terms of the payments for the premium and the payments of our subscription, which our audit committee has fully captured. Thank you, Mr. President and Noble
Okay,
College.
thank you very much, Dr. Jambi. That is the last one.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would also like to join my other colleagues to commend the auditors. However, Mr. President, in page 39, 40, and 49, there were some numbers that were actually trying to get me confused. In page 39, after observation, where we have recommendation, at the end of the recommendation, there is a figure 3. I don't know that's what for.
That's typo error, please.
So also in page 40, that's also in page 41. Having said that, under nice building projects, I think the auditors observed that the contractors did not insure their workers. And I want to believe this is supposed to be a breach of contract. Why? Because going by the Employee Compensation Act of 2004, no employer should risk any of his employee either on construction site or any employment-related works. So I think it is pretty important that the management of the institution take it very serious to write a strong warning letter to the contractor that he should, as a matter of urgency, do that with the NSITF so as to avoid anything that will come in the future. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yes, thank you very much for your suggestion. Let me allow, before then, I have another chat here. Mr. President, the internal auditors are in order because the amended constitution now runs from January to December. Whoever pays within the period should be covered. Estate Surveyor and Valua Louis Afolabi. I have another one here from Buka Mohammed. Issues of remuneration and additional benefits of being a member by civil servant should strongly be looked upon. Good observation, Doc. Thank you. Yes?
Thank you, sir. Let me take my colleague's question in respect of the dormant account. The dormant account we have there is 13, and this account belongs to faculties. Most of the faculties, before they get the account get active is when they are having an event, and most of them are not having an event, so the account is dormant. So that's why we said instead of keeping those money there, 500,000 naira here, 100,000 naira there, let's take out that money and use it for something useful for ourselves instead of leaving it lying dormant. That's the essence of that, sir. Thank you. And the essence of the insurance cover, I'm so particular about that insurance. Like Mr. Folabi said, see, when accident wants to happen, it doesn't ring bell, it doesn't give you sign. It can come at any point in time. So if anybody pays, even if at that September 30th, please take that money and pay to the insurance company. And if anything happens with the person, fine. If nothing happens, it will be a detriment of the, okay, you paid and it covered for only just 3 months or 4 months. It doesn't make any meaning. Instead of us to lose somebody and without getting anything from the insurance company. Thank you.
Thank you very much. May I invite the external auditors?
You can go.
Yes, sir.
Standing on existing protocols, my name is Estate Surveyor Mvalua Ezenwa MC Odibo. I'm the chairman of the Compensation and Right of Way faculty. One of the accounts you've listed as dormant. I just want to observe that most of the activities of some of those faculties are funded by members. Members contribute, and they do it in such a way that they don't want to bother the institution, apart from some of the statutory contributions that members of the faculties make. It is not that those accounts are dormant. We need the funds, and it will not be proper to just say you want to close them and transfer the funds to somewhere else. For example, during this conference, we needed to get some money, but it is a cumbersome process to access those accounts. Do you understand? So please, you should consider carefully how you treat some of those accounts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, but let me also correct you, sir. There is no cumbersome in getting your approval. Once you apply, we follow the process. We have to follow due process. This is an organization, and we have our procedure. We try as much as possible to be sure that the money we are giving out correctly. So there is no cumbersome. It's just that most times the faculties wait till the 10 minutes, maybe 11th hour, they will send in their proposal, and they expect you to approve immediately, which is not possible. And secondly, once you are carrying out any activity, it means that there is no way you will not make profit. So where do you pay the profit to? Is it not to the account?
It is.
So thank you very much for your observation anyway. And we have taken note of the recommendations by the internal auditors. Thank you. Please, can we put our hands together for them? Thank you. Thank you for your job well done. The external auditors, are they here? Okay, thank you.
Mr. President and the chairman of AGM, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of this noble institution, good afternoon. My name is Okeke Oluchukwu, Audit Manager from PKF Professional Services and Engagement Manager in charge of audit of Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyor and Valuers. And with me, my colleague, Kenechi Onyemechi, the audit senior on the job. I'm presenting the audit opinion for the financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2020 of the institution of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyor and Valuers on behalf of my partner, Mr. Najib Absalam. Mr. President, permit us to read the first and the second paragraph and the last paragraph of this audit opinion and give our opinion on the financial statement. We have audited the financial statement of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyor and Valuers, the institution, which comprised the statement of financial position as at 4 December 2020, and the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and the notes to the financial statement, including a summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statement presents fairly in all material respects the financial position of the institution as at 34 December 2020, and the financial performance and cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standards, IFRS, in compliance with the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act number 6, 2011, and with the requirement of the Company and Allied Matters Act, Cap C20, Law of Federation of Nigeria 2020. Reports on other legal and regulatory requirements. In accordance with the C Schedule of Company and Allied Matters Act, Cap C20, Law of the Federation of Nigeria 2020, we expressly state that, 1, we have obtained the information and the explanation which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, we are necessary for the purpose of our audit. 2, the institution has kept proper books of account. So far, it appears from our examination of those books. 3, the institution financial position and this statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of account and returns. This audit opinion was signed by Mr. Najib Absalam, the partner in charge of PKF Professional Services, Abuja. We thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Any question? Yes? Yes, sir.
You said our intangible asset is 10 naira, and I also want to call your attention to page 23 of same, where you depreciate our computer software. May I respectfully tell you that computer software is not the only intangible asset that this association has. We have our domain name, which is supposed to be part of our intangible asset to be accounted for. I would like you to enlighten us on why it is so that we are only accounting for the cost of acquiring the software from 2019, and then by 2020 is now.
Is that in the auditor's report or in the?
Yeah, it's reflected in the auditor's report, sir. Because what they have in page 23 was also captured in their report in page 6. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes?
Okay. We reported the carrying amount of 10 naira as intangible assets. Once you have an asset, either depreciated or amortized, after the number of years that is supposed to stay, the standards require that you are going to retain in the book that 10 naira based on the number and the quantity of the assets. And now when we are talking of the computer software, it's only one software, and we are going to maintain that carrying amount. Now, you are trying to bring to our attention another intangible assets of the institution. And if you have listened very carefully by the time we are giving our opinion, we said information that has been brought to our attention and we have verified, and that is what we are giving our opinion on. If the information you are giving can be verified, maybe in 2021, we are going to introduce it into the financial statement of the institution. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question, any other observation? Thank you very much, the external auditors. Please, you can take your seat. No, it's not our meeting. Noble colleagues, now having listened to the Honorary National Treasurer, the internal auditors, and the external auditors, can we now have a proper motion to adopt this as our working document? Motion. Yes, and there is a lady down. Don't worry, this time it's 2 ladies. I will give you so that you collect my money from the Edo State Governor. We have the microphone. We are a man. I said I'm giving it to women.
Mr. President, kindly permit me to stand on all existing protocols. I am Estate Surveyor and Valuer Toyin Agbalaya. I hereby move the motion that we accept the financial reports as a document of the institution.
Thank you very much. Yes, Omo.
Good afternoon. Please permit me to stand on the existing and well-established protocol. I, Isoken Omo, would second the adoption of all the financial reports as presented. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Noble colleagues, the next agenda here is ratification and adoption of amendment to the Constitution. But I want to say that we should just take 5 minutes break. If we have tea, we can take our tea. So we'll be back by 3:20. 3:20, 15 minutes break. Please, we'll be back by 3:20. So just stretch your legs. If you don't want the tea, just stretch your legs and we'll come back by 3:20. Thank you.
It's the voice of hope. It's the voice of peace. It's the voice of every man. From a distance, we all have love, and no one is in need. And there are no gods, no mountain, no mountain, no hungry mouths to feed. From a distance, we are instruments marching in a common land, playing songs of hope, playing songs of peace. They're the song of every man. God is watching us. God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. From a distance, you look like my friend, even though we are at war. From a distance, I just cannot comprehend what all this fighting is for. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. And it's the hope of hopes, it's the love of loves, it's the heart of every man. It's the hope of hopes, it's the love of loves. This is the song of every man. And God is watching us. God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. Oh, God is watching us. God is watching. God is watching us from a distance. From a distance, the world looks blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to flight. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope, it's the voice of peace, it's the voice of every man. From a distance, we all have love, and no one is in need. And there are no gods, distance, you look like my friend, even though we are at war. From a distance, I just cannot comprehend what all this fighting is for. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land, and it's the hope of hopes, it's the love of loves, it's the heart of every man, it's the hope of hopes, it's the love of loves. This is the song of every man, and God is watching us. God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. Oh, God is watching us. God is watching. God is watching us from a distance.
I can't sing it like you, Whitney, but if I may, in celebration of everything that you did for me and for so many other artists by setting the bar so high, I'd like to sing one of my truly favorite Whitney songs, a song that says as much about you as it does about all of us.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be, and so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest just for me. So I'm gonna take what's left of me, swallow pride. At least I gotta make a sincere effort to be all that you call me to be. God, I just don't wanna stay here living beneath. I owe it to me to at least try. So I'm gonna try. See, I'm gonna try. A little harder this time. I'm gonna try. See, Lord, I wanna know your plan for me, and I gotta follow faithfully. Yeah. So teach me to abandon all that makes me comfortable. So basically, I gotta make a sincere effort to be all that you call me to be. I just don't wanna stay here living beneath. I owe it to me to at least try. So I'm gonna try. See, I'm gonna try. A little harder this time. I'm gonna try. Tell me what I need to do so I can be close to you. I only wanna make you smile. This time's different. Tell heaven to watch me while I try. See, I'm gonna try. A little harder this time. I'm gonna try. Oh, see, I'm gonna try. Yeah, see, I'm gonna try. I gotta make a sincere effort to be all that you call me to be. God, I just don't wanna stay here living beneath. I owe it to me to at least try. I owe it to me to at least try. I owe it to me to at least try. Owe it to me to at least try. 'Cause if it's God that I'm after, just can't serve two masters. Before something happens, I gotta turn it on. 'Cause I can't just let my kid leave. 'Cause it's real easy to stay on the fence and still do you. And it'd be cool if we could love the Lord and still go do our thing. See, it doesn't work like that. We gotta be white or black. I'm gonna try. See, I gotta try. A little harder this time. I'm gonna try. recognize this is a day that you have made. So I walk in love and put a smile on my face. But in case I run into someone on a different page, help me maintain, help me maintain all my joy, God, help me maintain all my peace, help me maintain my sanity, help me maintain my smile, Jesus, help me maintain my life, help me maintain my heart, Lord God, help me maintain everybody, help me maintain, help me maintain.
One for the little bitty baby, born of the Virgin Mary. Born.
I did not notice it. We thank God for everything as well.
Tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy. And Grandpa, take me back to yesterday.
Distinguished noble colleagues, we are kindly requested to assist the caterers, those who are handling our tea break, to kindly drop our teacups outside for easy collection. Thank you for your cooperation.
Noble colleagues, please, can we take our seats? We've taken 25 minutes instead of 15. Please, can we come back to our seats, please? Please, if you have the teacups inside, please, can you take them outside for the caterers? Let us not pay for missing cups and saucers. Noble colleagues, please, can we be back to our seat?
It's always difficult to reconvene.
No, once we start.
Just start.
Noble colleagues, please, can we have our seats, please? Noble colleagues, please, can we have our seats, please? Please. Can we have our seats, please? Noble colleagues, I have the honor to invite the chairman of the Constitutional Review Committee, SS Surveyor and Valuer Celestine Ogunabo, to please come to present our amended constitution. Management committee members, please, can you come and take your seats? Council members, please. Okay, please, God, let them come inside. He's here, man. He's there. I've told him. Please, let's have the chairman of CROC, Constitutional Review Committee, to give his report.
The President and Chairman of AGM permit me to stand on existing protocols. Report.
Please, the chairman of the Constitutional Review Committee is giving his report, please.
Report presented by ESV Dr. Sele Gunabo, Chairman Constitutional Review Committee at the annual general meeting of the institution on Saturday, 26th June 2021 at the International Conference Center, Abuja. We thank God for the gift of life and sustenance. We are grateful to the President of our noble institution for the opportunity to review the institution's constitution. Though a daunting and challenging task, we are glad to present, in addition to the draft constitution, a uniform bylaws of professional groups / fora of our great institution. Now, the number of issues we are referred to us, and we've addressed sufficiently all those issues and subjected the amended draft constitution to thorough scrutiny, discussion, and adoption at the extraordinary general meeting held on the 5th day of June 2021 at Sheraton Lagos Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos, we hereby present the draft constitution for your consideration and ratification in compliance with Article 281 of the Eastern Constitution of the institution. Thank you very much.
Please, do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Fine.
Constitution. Mr. President, I hereby present the amended Constitution of the Nigerian Institute of Fiscal Surveys and Valuers as amended. Thank you very much.
Please, a round of applause for the chairman of the Constitutional Review Committee. Noble colleagues, before us is laid here the draft of the Constitution as amended in our EGM for the AGM ratification and approval. Can I have a motion to ratify, approve this draft constitution to become our constitution, the constitution of Nigerian Institution of Estates, Surveyors and Valuers? Motion, please. Especially those that attended the EGM. Yes, I'm seeing a woman. Were you at Lagos? Thank you. Yes, please go ahead with your motion. Microphone.
Mr. President, sir, standing on existing protocol, I'm Estate Surveyor and Valuer Talat Yusuf Abdulkadri, Lagos branch. I move the motion to adopt the reviewed constitution as part of the documents of this AGM.
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you, sir.
Noble colleagues, I have Louis Afolabi raising his hand. Louis, do you want to support the motion? Oh, hold on. ICT, please. ICT, please. There is somebody that is online that want to support the motion. Louis, can you go ahead, please? We are not, hold on. Please, ICT, I want this thing recorded, please. This is a very important item in our agenda. ICT, the person is online. He's not here. He's virtual. He's attending virtually. Louis, just hold on. Let's be sure that our members will hear you clearly. Where is that woman? ICT, can we go on? Okay, Louis, can you go on now, please?
Mr. President, all protocol duly observed. I hereby second the motion that the amended constitution be so adopted as a document of the institution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Please, thank you. we hereby present our constitution dated 26 June 2021, and what it means is that the Secretariat will go ahead to print and publish for our use. Thank you very much. National Secretary. The next item on our agenda is confirmation of appointment and remuneration of external auditors. I have been informed that they have another year to go. HNT, can you confirm that? Okay, the HNT has confirmed that they have one other year to go. So we'll still retain them till the next AGM. Ratification of appointed trustees, Board of Trustees. Noble colleagues, I present before the AGM for ratification SS of Yamvalua Chief Emeka B. Honora, SS of Yamvalua Professor Austin Otebolu, SS of Yamvalua Tumba Bola Onabadejo, SS of Yamvalua Esha Idi, and SS of Yamvalua O.S. Boroni. Please, can I have a motion to ratify that this our trustees, and we need to go back to CAC for registration. Anyway, yes.
Mr. President and distinguished noble colleagues, my name is SURVEYOR Valua Azubike Unigwe, and I am pleased to move the motion that the list of names already mentioned by the President be ratified as members of our trustees.
Thank you. Any other person? Let me take Alaji.
Yeah, Mr. President and Chairman of AGM, I remain Estate Surveyor Valua Alaji Kunle Ogushola. I want to support the motion moved by my very good friend, Mr. Olaitan Unigwe, that we accept the nomination and grant this. Thank you very much.
So we hereby agree that SS of your Amvalua Chief Emeka Nora, SS of your Amvalua Professor Austin Otebolu, SS of your Amvalua Tumba Bola Onabadejo, SS of your Amvalua Isaidi, and SS of your Amvalua O.S. Buroni are our Board of Trustee members. You know, noble colleagues, I forgot that I'm supposed to be using these things. In fact, for all the decisions that we have taken before that, I have not knocked. Thank you. National Secretary Development. Secretary. Go use the other one.
Mr. President and Chairman of this AGM, once again, I stand on already established protocols. The next item is National Secretarial Development. This agenda is just to draw our minds again to the fact that we are currently actively progressing a work on our National Secretariat and calling for this AGM to sensitize ourselves to respect to where we are and, if possible, get more funding for that project. As the President noted in his opening address, the desire of this current council is to be able to deliver a completed project, if possible, well furnished at the end of this council year. And you agree with me that considering the volume of funds required, it will take a lot of concerted efforts on our part to make that a reality. So, Mr. President, this is for the AGM to see how we can come up with ideas by the General House on how better to hasten this project and agree on that strategy. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Please, any suggestion? We need to, our rent has expired by 25th of June this year. which means we have to pay another rent for our secretariat from now till June. But by the grace of God, that should be the last. It should be the last. We should not pay rent for 2022 to 2023. We reject it. I therefore want to seek for opinions, suggestions on how we can raise funds to be able to complete this, our structure. And I'm giving only five chances. Number one, just hold on, take your number. Number one, any other person? Any other person? Okay, you are the only person, yes?
Thank you, Mr. President. Noble colleagues, I want to say that I was part of the entourage of the Mr. President that visited our secretariat on Monday, this week Monday, and what I saw that day, I want to say that I was very impressed. The quality of workmanship, as far as the project is concerned, is wonderful. And in view of this, I want to congratulate and appreciate the Mr. President and the management. On the issue of how to raise funds for the project, I know that we have been paying development levy, and I know that some of our members have not been able to pay their development levy. I want to appeal to them that they should try and do so, because without funds, there is nothing we can do. And I want to appeal to a lot of us again that we have connections in terms of seeking for funds from organizations, government and non-government organizations. All of us will not hesitate to avail the president of this opportunity. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Please, I want to appeal to us, especially those of us that are not resident in Abuja. Before you leave, please just have a look of what we have done. By the grace of God, we have spent less than 350 million at the stage we are now. And I can tell you that if we have another 500 million, we should be able to complete it. And 500 million just means only 5 persons that will give us 100 million, and we are done. And I know that we'll have people who can give us 100 million naira here. So thank you very much. Please, let us contribute to the completion of our secretariat. The next one is registration of business groups. Let me finish. It's under people. It is under people. I wanted it to be under you because if you bring it now, it's not here. Don't want them to argue. Registration of business groups and other arms of the institution. We have 15 business groups. Now that we have adopted our constitution, it's now professional groups. We have 15 of them. Then we have 2 other arms. That is the women wing and the youth and the young professionals. And I think that in this AGM, it is proper for us to have a proper name for the women's wing. Do we call them women estate surveyors and valuers, or do we call them women in estate surveying and valuation? We should be able to call them. There's a CSC registration. Or what is it called? No, that was the one. We will change it because that was the one that the legal committee advised that we should not be part of. So we should register our own. We should have our own name. So it's for us to agree. Is it women in estate surveying and valuation, just like you have women in surveying, or is it women estate surveyors and valuers? Which one? Okay, please. For us not to come back to AGM, can I have a motion that the name should be allowed, the council should be allowed to propose a name so that we won't go back and forward, because it depends on the availability of it. Can I have a motion? that council should handle the name for the women's wing. Yes.
Mr. President, noble colleagues, I believe we can adopt women estate surveyors and valuers.
No, you might get there and you have something that is similar. CSC might not agree to register you, and we'll begin to convey AGM again.
We put it forward. If there is any alteration or objection, then the council can now rectify.
Kingsley, I just need a motion to empower the council to go to CSC and register the available name.
Okay, Mr.
Yes,
Mr. President.
Sorry, I have a past president. Sorry, you know it's not easy to climb here.
My president, all protocols observed. When we say women, it is like saying adults. But what of the younger females? So probably it's better we say female estate surveyors and valuers.
No, if they are younger, they have the young professionals, and they have already determined their process. So can you allow the council to handle this, please? I have a motion. Let me get a motion. Yes.
Hello, Mr. President, sir, Chairman of Council.
Please, can you use the microphone?
Hello. My name is Niesv Quadri. Mr. President, sir, the name you are suggesting, sir, if it is estate surveying and valuation or estate surveyor and valuer, we are the only profession by that name. So the point that if you get to CSA and the name is not going to be available is not in question. It's not something we should. We are going to get that name because estate surveying and valuation is to us, not to any other profession in Nigeria. So we should decide the name now.
We should use women estate surveyors and valuers.
That's what I'm saying, that we can decide the name now instead of leaving it to council because we are going to get the name.
Okay, what is your suggestion?
Women estate surveyors and valuers.
Women estate surveyors and valuers. Yes, let me listen to a woman.
Mr. President, sir, let me just stand on the already established protocol. I would rather we go along with the president's suggestion that the council should just decide. You know, when we say council should, we give council the authority. It means that council do not have to come back to AGM to change name. If we go to the CAC and we go there and they say they can't register women estate surveyors and valuers for whatever reason, then we can keep changing the names. No, of course, the chairman in council will not go without consulting with the leadership of the women wing. And so once we can have a name that will be acceptable, then that will be fine. That will just be fine. So let's give council the power to just go ahead and do what has to be done.
So can you move a proper motion now, please?
So I move the motion, sir, that we give the council the authority to go ahead and register acceptable name to at the CAC. Thank you very much.
Any support?
Yeah.
Okay. Toye Lori. Any counter? If you are in support, say aye. Aye. If you are against, say nay. The aye have it. So the council is hereby mandated to register the women's wing with a name and that of the young professionals. For the professional groups, that is the name now. So the professional group can now have a motion to register our professional groups, the women's wing and the youth and the young professionals as our arms in the institution, arms of the institution. Motion. We see a yes. We see a any motion. Yes. Yeah, collect the microphone.
I'm standing on the already established protocol. My name is Bridget Oranye. I hereby move the motion to support that our president and council should go ahead and register the faculties and the women division. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any support? Yes, I can see a hand there.
My president, all other protocol juniors, since we don't want a dull meeting, they've established the women wing, they've established the young ones wing. Why don't you have the veterans wing too? The veterans wing, so that we are.
Why don't we have?
The veterans wing.
Veterans wing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so please second the motion.
Yes, yes. If you apart from my president, no. No.
Eunice.
It is a women, it is a young.
Elder, please go ahead and second the motion.
No, on a lighter note, sir. Don't register us, but put us at a waiting wing. After you register the young, the women, then put us Papa's wing too.
No problem. Maybe in the next 3 AGM. Noble colleagues, is there any counter motion? No. If you are for, say aye. If you are against, say nay. The aye have it. I have somebody online. Estate Surveyor and Valua Eunice. Estate Surveyor and Valua Eunice, please. Yes, go ahead, madam.
I am Estate Surveyor and Valua Eunice, Enago. I had wanted to second the motion, but it appears it has been seconded because you have already said that the ayes have it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I also give men opportunity to second, since it's a lady that moved, so that there will be equality. I have something on the chat. Mr. President, I am also in support of earlier comments that the annual dues for civil servants be looked into. It has greatly affected membership rise from those in civil service who feel it is not commensurate with their income and also no much benefit either in cadre rise or salary wise, as seen in other professional bodies like MBA, NMA, whose membership grants direct placement to minimum of level 10 on entry level. Estate Surveyor and Valua Ugo Chimere Chibeze Okafo. The other one is break is in order in adherence to COVID-19 protocol. The last one is add David Marcelle, fellow of the institution, to our attendance list. Thank you very much, Chibeze Okafo. Your matter will be looked into after now. Noble colleagues, the next item we have here is any other business. And before we go on into that, let me also appeal that because we now have the board of NIGERIAN Venture, that at the end of this meeting, we are going to adjourn the AGM of NIGERIAN and convoke the AGM of NIGERIAN Venture, because we are the shareholders to NIGERIAN Venture, for the directors to give us a brief report. Thank you. AOB, I have 3 from this side. One, we understand that one of the members of the electoral committee, her tenure has expired. So we need to do election to fill in that gap. That's number 1. Number 2, we are going to give time for the rapporteurs to also read their communique. Then finally, the sale of our plot in Gwarimpa, which has been valued and council has approved, we need the AGM ratification. These are the 3 from the president's office. So we take the last one, sale of our plot at Gwarimpa that should be used to fund the secretariat. That was the decision of council, and we want to get AGM ratification. Okay. Zola, Joasaki. One has been listed.
Mr. President, once again, Chairman of the AGM, the Guarimpa plot in question is not the one that has been leased out, but there's a Guarimpa plot for those of us in Abuja that is actually around the life camp axis in the interior parts of the life, usually called Guarimpa 1. And that plot was valued and by 3 of our colleagues in the last council, and the council actually approved that that plot should be disposed of and the proceeds used to develop a national secretariat. However, because such decisions fall within the remit of the AGM, we've brought it to the AGM to ratify or state otherwise. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Can I have a motion to accept the council's decision to approve the council's decision or to reject? Yes?
Mr. President, honorable colleagues, standing on the existing protocol, my name is Niesv Olaniyan.
No.
I'm in support of the decision of the council to sell the land so as to enable us finish the secretariat on time. I hereby move the motion that decision should be executed. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any seconder? Yes, Samuel Okpong. Ofion Samuel Okpong.
Thank you, dear President. There is a question being asked around here, and the question is, the report given by a very distinguished secretary did not tell us the size of the land, how much has it been valued, because we have been clamoring that federal government should not sell until the value is known. So we should also let AGM also know what value they are going to sell. Then the third question we need you to please clarify is, if that property is sold, would the proceed realize our ambition of completing the existing building?
Yes, HNS.
Thank you. I have the permission of Mr. President to respond. We had engaged three of our colleagues to value that property in the last council, and when we looked at valuation reports, they were within the range of 50 million. So council approved that whatever we get within that range should fly. In terms of size, it's about 1,800 square meters. The exact decimals in question will probably be sent to us in due course. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, Ohiri, there is a motion on the floor. Is it that you support or you oppose?
Yes,
Please.
my President and distinguished members, I think we are thinking as valuers.
Yes.
Now, the question Samuel asked is very, very apt, and I will want to extend beyond possibly knowing the price and the size, since we have valuation. What is paramount now is this decision to sell that Guarimpa land to put it into our project. To what extent will that amount, for now, help us in completing this project? Secondly, we talk of highest and best use of any land. That land, if we sell it now, wouldn't it be a little premature if we can protect that land and be able to have enough of it, enough value in future? Because I know how Abuja is growing. If we throw it away now, and in future it might be difficult to get something that can sustain us to help in, developing that place, I think we would have taken a decision so much in a hurry. So it is important to know very well whether if we take away this property now, whether it can lead us to any extent in developing this.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ohiri. At this time of of our development, I think that we need every kobo from everywhere. We need the money. And secondly, remember time value for money. I'm sure that last year, the value of those properties, if you compare now, will not be the same. Because the dollar and the naira are all, the disparity is increasing every day. So it's even better for us to sell and reinvest, instead of us allowing the property to lie low, waiting when we sell in future, and meanwhile the value monetarily is coming down. So, like I said, we'll have a motion on the floor. Somebody has moved the motion for us to supporting the council. We need a support or to oppose the yes. No, you're a council member.
Sorry, Mr. President, let me add my voice, please. You see, the fact is that at this very material time, I feel that the institution need the money. So I'm of the opinion that we shouldn't waste any time anymore. Let us dispose of this property, put the proceeds in our own secretariat, and then let's get the building completed.
Thank
please.
you. You see, that's why I said you are a member of council. It will look as if you are just continuing with what we said. Yes, Linda. Sorry that I'm calling you Linda.
No problem. Well, I'm SS of your value, and Mrs. Olayinka Patun Olajai. Linda, of course, Patun Olajai, MNI. I would just want to support the motion, on the premise that even the SCDA now are talking about taking over undeveloped plots of land. And so we stand the chance of losing that plot of land if care is not taken. So it's actually in our interest to sell now and then use the money to develop our project. I think that is the best decision we can take for now.
Any opposing motion? Any opposing motion? If you are supposed to say aye. If you are against, say nay. The aye have it. So the motion has been done, but let me assure the AGM that before we sell, we'll do a proper valuation to get the current value, the current value of the property. The next matter is the communique. Let me call on the rapporteurs to please present the communique of our last council, of our last national annual conference. My target is to leave 4:30, but please just endure. I'm sure that we'll leave as soon as possible. Chief Ozili, please, we'll give you just 5 minutes, please.
Hi, President. Let me stand on the already established protocol. Our leader, Professor Ajayi Adeyemi, had an urgent call yesterday for national assignment for JAM. He left, and thank God we have veterans among us. We're able to finish them in our usual style and with passion. So I will now invite Estate Surveyor and Valuer Dr. Egwatuche to come and present it.
Right behind you already.
Yeah, behind you.
Because I want us to go home. Okay.
Yeah, 5 minutes is going.
Mr. President, sir, I stand on the existing protocol. Good afternoon, everybody. I am here to, on behalf of the team of the rapporteurs, to present the draft communique of the 51st Annual Conference of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, tagged ABUJA 2020/2021, with the theme Unlocking Real Estate Potentials for Economic Development. The media team, if you can, could you please project? If not, I continue reading from what I have. For the conference held at the International Conference Center, Abuja, Nigeria, from June 22nd to 26th. The Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers held her annual conference as stated on the stated date and venue. The theme of the conference is Unlocking real estate potentials for economic development. The conference was declared open by the special guest of honor, His Excellency the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, SAN, GCON, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of State, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu. The welcome address was delivered by the Honorable Minister of the FCT, represented by Estate Surveyor and Valuer Perpetua Ohamma, Director Resettlement and Compensation, FCTA, Abuja. Special guests at the occasion were Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCON, GCFR, the immediate past President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Minister of Works and Housing, the Governor of Ondo State, Chief Rotimi Akeredolu, SAN, the Executive Governor of Edo State, other top government functionaries, professionals from public and private sector, as well as from the academia, royal fathers, trustees of the institution, ex-Vabon chairman, past presidents of the institution, and resource persons. The keynote address was delivered by the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, represented by Dr. Aisha Ndayako Mohammed. The President, ESV, Emmanuel Okas Wike, FNSV, led other members of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers in active participation in the conference. The lead paper was presented by the second Vice President, Estate Surveyor and Valuer, Victor Adekunle Alonge. The conference deliberated on the issues and factors that militate against unlocking real estate potentials for economic development in Nigeria and came up with the following outcomes, which we present as observations and solutions to recommendations. Starting with the observations, the time to unlock real estate potentials for economic development is now in view of the following factors that impede the unleashing of real estate potentials for economic development. We have the general economic downturn occasioned by COVID-19 pandemic, the operation of a mono economy, corruption, insecurity, and other factors that adversely impact on the economy. Insufficient real estate data leading to wrong classification of the contribution of the sector, real estate sector, to the economy. For instance, real estate is sometimes classified as cost rather than assets in financial statements, and this factor masks the appreciation of the real contribution of real estate to the GDP. Difficulties in land acquisition processes, evidenced by the bureaucracy in public sector activities in all ramifications. Inability to activate enormous debt capital inherent in real estate resources due to low level of land titling across the country, limited real estate financing as it affects real estate development, mortgages, investment, management, and infrastructural provision. Inadequate academic curriculum for training professionals in the real estate sector, leading to low capacity stroke competencies in providing service delivery that meets the 21st century standards. Dearth of workmen with specialized technical skills in the real estate sector, leading to engagement of foreign artisans to fill the gap. Non-continuity in public policy implementations, uncoordinated real estate tax policies, and non-enforcement of existing tax laws. The conference profiled the following resolutions and recommendations to unleash the real estate